as St. Martin, our people, we have to work together, you know. So moving forward,
You just need to get back to basics, and from there you could see everything.
Do not settle for less in life. And entrepreneurship is the best way to go. Working for yourself, 2 thumbs up. A blessed and wonderful good afternoon to all our amazing St. Martin family and our SOS family all around the world. Welcome to your program, Strictly Business, with your host, Mr. Brian Barry, alongside your co-host, Mr. Julian Rolax Jr. Call up a friend, call up a family member, tell them it's another beautiful, beautiful day right here on the friendly island of St. Martin. It's time to listen to SOS Radio 95.9 FM for another interesting program. Before we get started, of course, we always like to shout out and thank all of our sponsors that make this program possible. So if you're in the area, Village Road, and you want to do some grocery shopping, the #1 supermarket to go and visit right there is the Aki Supermarket. They're open today, Sunday to Sunday, for all your grocery shopping needs today, the Aki Supermarket. And also, we got another supermarket, the Supreme Supermarket. They are located in the corner, Arch Road, Hispaniola Road, #1. If you're in that area, you want to pick up some groceries, they're open from Sunday to Sunday as well. That's the Supreme Supermarket for your grocery shopping needs today. We also like to thank the Los Mejores Barbershop if you want to get that fresh haircut for the ladies, the guys, also for the children right there on the Village Road. Go and visit the Los Mejores Barbershop. And if you're thinking movies, you got to think the #1 spot at the Video Block right there in French Quarter. The only place where you can get 30 movies for $30, that's at the Video Block. They're open from Monday to Saturday, 5:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. Also, they have a nice selection of some video games, some PS4 games. So go and visit the Video Block today. Also, if you want your electronics, you want your surround, your home theater system, your laptop, your computers, you got to go and visit the Bold Chance Electronics Store right there on the front street for all your electronic needs today. Thank you so much, Bold Chance. Also, like to thank GEBE, our water and electricity company. Thank you so much, GB. And if you're looking for apartments or commercial spaces, #1 place to call, that is J&J Properties. Give them a call at 588-1216. J&J Properties, 588-1216. Now, if you want some food, we got some spots for you. We got Jerky's Tiki Hut, located right there on the Village Road for some great tasting barbecue chicken and ribs. We also got Jerky's Tiki Hut by the Plaza Casino, and also got Fat Boy Jimmy right there on the Pondfield for some great, great tasting food as well. Not forgetting, we got Stasha's Restaurant. They are located right next to Aki Supermarket for some great, great food. You can give them a call at 550-9108 or 524-9834. That's Stasha's Restaurant, 550-9108 or 524-9834. And if you want that authentic Caribbean taste, we got another spot for you. That is the Caribbean Feisty Flavors. They specialize in some delicious, delicious cuisine. They're located right there next to the Daily Herald on the Bush Road. Just look out for the red umbrellas. They also specialize in making their own puncha creamers. So if you want that delicious puncha creamer, you got to go and visit them today or give them a call. Actually, they are open from Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. and they're closed on Sundays. You can call them at 554-7676 or 0690-180903. That is the Caribbean Feisty Flavors. Give them a call today, 554-7676 or 0690-180903. They also do delivery, so give them a call today. Thank you so much for all of our great sponsors. Brother Rolax in the house. How you doing,
what's
bro?
up, brother? How you doing?
You're blessed.
Good.
Nice.
How you saying?
I'm blessed, man. Happy to be here. Happy to be alive.
Happy to see you. Give thanks. How you doing? How's business? How's everything?
Awesome. Can't complain. Could always be better. Can't
last
complain.
week you had a great program. I couldn't hear it completely, but I heard a piece of it.
Appreciate it.
About
smoking.
But it was just cigarettes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just cigarettes, exactly you talk about.
Yeah, that's killing our community, bro.
You know, brother, today I came to the program and I wanted to talk to you about, I want to hear your take. I want to talk about life. Just, I want to ask you a question. How do you show life appreciation? How do you show life, appreciation? I would like everybody to ask themselves that. How to show life appreciation. Brian, I met a guy a few weeks ago. I don't want to mention his name. And he came from one of those countries that things are not too good.
Okay.
You know, and he came from the bottom. Zero,
Okay. Wow.
You know, he moved to the United States afterwards, and he made me think a lot, brother. You know why? He was explaining me about his youth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, brother. He was telling me how he and his mother has no communication.
Wow.
So
Okay.
he doesn't talk to his mother.
Okay.
Something we was talking about. So I was like, oh, you know, that's strange. How
Mhm.
come? What can your mother do that you don't to carry her word to her?
Mhm.
You know. And he started talking to me, Brian, and he explained to me how at the age of 5 years old, his mother left him to go with a guy in a car. You know, he saw his mother sleeping with a guy in the car when he was 5 years old,
Mhm.
you know, and it's a bit traumatizing for him. You know?
Okay.
And there's so much more things that he couldn't forgive his mother
Okay.
of. You know, he have a sister that his mother used to basically sell her,
Oh my goodness.
you know.
Okay.
And you know, it made me think and it made me appreciate life even
Even
more,
more.
you know. And especially appreciating, you know, my life.
Mhm.
Why? Because he explained to me how, my brother, you guys in here in St. Martin, you guys live like lords.
Mm-hmm. Got it good.
You guys live good.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't, back in my country when I was a little boy, I had a week, I was eating only yuccas. You know, and somebody was bringing it for me to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Almost starving.
Mm.
You know, can't put my hand on food. You know, and it made me think, wow, you know, some people pass through a lot of stuff, and sometimes we make problems over small little things,
Mhm.
Brian. Sometimes we make, you know, maybe I might just take, just example, take this from Billy D and put it there, Billy D gone crazy on me. Just example,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
or you, whoever, you know, you make a problem just for, and my mind run on you because you always try to stay positive and not try to quarrel, always try to stay
Mhm.
level,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
and sometimes you take it for granted.
Yeah.
You take it for granted.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when I think of it, imagine, Brian, as a 6-year-old, you have to go through something like that.
Yeah. Traumatizing.
You know, and his sister actually told me his sister is basically, her mind is not right no more.
Wow.
You know, she has a family, everything, but
Okay.
she goes off sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Just
She goes
thinking
off.
back. To
Yeah,
that time.
goes off on her husband.
Okay. Wow.
You know,
Mhm.
you know. But what's your take
That's
on
hard.
how to show life appreciation? Right?
That's
You know,
hard. That's hard. How to start? I mean, of course, you know where to start. Your father, when he's here, he always says it. First and foremost, we got to give God thanks. Give God that appreciation. Thank Him in the morning. Thank Him in the evening when you're going to sleep. Just appreciate life itself. Appreciate the breath that you have.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the next step to that, for me, of always being positive is, I already said it here before, always know that somebody have it worse.
Worse, yeah.
It's a reality. It's a fact. You know what the gentleman is saying there? We know many countries right now that we have electricity, we in AC, we drinking a bottle of water. You know?
Don't take just this one.
Oh,
Don't take it for granted.
exactly. Some people have to walk maybe bare feet miles to go to a lake running creek.
You
not
know,
even a river.
Brian, since that day,
Mm.
talking to this gentleman,
Mm.
you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes you eat something, you know, like it, you just throw it away.
Mhm.
You know, I
Mhm.
throw it away.
Mhm.
But since that day, Brian, when this young man tell me, don't ever throw away food.
Mhm.
Since when he was growing up, he after what he went through as a little boy,
Mhm.
he never in his life threw away food.
Mhm.
You know, and he's seen how people throw away food, just cruise ships.
Yeah.
And he lived in New
Yeah,
York
yeah,
also.
yeah, yeah.
He lived in New
Waste.
York. They just
Waste.
take food and just throw it away.
Yeah.
You know, and he see how he was going through hunger and he couldn't put his hand on a piece of bread.
Mhm.
He couldn't put his hand on a piece of cheese.
Yeah. Wow.
And we human beings, sometimes we take it so much for granted,
Yeah.
that we eating food, we doing this, and we just take it and we throw it away.
Mhm.
Because it's so much of food,
Mhm.
you know, and
That's a reality.
that is a reality of this life.
Mhm.
You know, and I'm sure they have people even here in St. Martin, Brian, that doesn't have food every
Of
day on the
course.
table.
Of course.
You know,
But you see some people, men and women, sometimes scavenging through the garbage.
Right
Looking for
here.
something. Right here. on the
yeah,
island.
Yeah.
That's an epidemic we have right now. We don't how to say, we don't go up to the dump every day to see what's going on. But I'm sure there's people scavenging through the dump every single day, either for food or for stuff to sell, just to live. Because they know we as a society, like you said, we waste.
Yeah.
We waste.
We really waste.
You understand? So sometimes somebody scavenging through the dump, they might find a half a hamburger throw away, but probably it's wrapped up. But it's throw away, they're gonna take it, they're gonna wipe it up, they're gonna eat it.
But how do
providing that it's not that bad.
On the other hand, Brian, sometimes you think of it like, how do you prevent things like that, like throwing away of wasting food? It's very difficult, because when people put like buffets, after buffets, a lot of food goes to waste. And sometimes people don't take what you can't eat. Sometimes people go somewhere to take all kind of food and you can't eat it all. Because only one stomach you have. I remember going to Las Vegas once, Brian. I mean, the amount of food that stays back behind.
Wow. But then again, bro, you ask the question, how can we prevent it? In a society that really wants to, there are certain systems we can put in place. Just on the top of my head of thinking about that. Certain restaurants have a buffet or whatnot. When it's closed up, instead of dumping that food, you take that food either Saturday or Sunday, you take it to a church where they just, give back to the poor.
The poor, yeah.
Have a kitchen.
But you see,
it's simple instead of throwing that food away.
Indeed, but on the other hand, also, sometimes, most of the time, these people overcook and the food spoil.
Okay, when the food spoils,
that's something. Sometimes the food spoil.
Yeah.
But I think is in order of cooking what you can eat or what your customers can eat. Most of the time that happens in big buffets.
Okay.
Like throwing away all the food.
Yeah, because for them to, you don't want to not have.
Exactly.
You rather have more.
You rather have more
than not have for your customers. Either people eat their belly full and whatever remains, then they deal with it. Instead of people coming and there's no more food.
There's no more food.
Yeah, so
it's a give and take. So it's a give and take situation, but they must have a way of saving the food for people who don't have.
Yeah. But it starts like you said. It starts with us. I grew up not throwing away food. That's for sure. My father taught us that. I don't really,
We will start that from small too.
Even I mean, I saw myself doing it recently, lately, like this past week.
That's what I'm saying.
And I felt like my father self, and my wife watched me like, well, wait, I ain't used to do all of that. Meaning, my father always, like, if you have a little bit of rice leave over in the fridge or whatnot, my mother, she might maybe throw it away.
Yeah.
My father, he gonna come home, fellas, boy, you eat anything, he gonna just come in the kitchen, bam, take that, fry some egg with it, bam, bam, bam. Before you know it, 2-3 of us sitting down, we have a meal.
Yeah, eat it.
While we were sitting down playing games or whatever, but we hungry. Father come home, oh, you got nothing to eat, bam, 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 bam. You just fry whatever there in the fridge.
No, but also it have people that will tell you that I don't eat food after a day. They have people like that.
Oh, you mean they eat no leftover?
Yeah, they don't eat no leftover.
They rich.
They have people also that have that
rich,
that thinking.
For me, the leftover sometimes stays the best.
It's better, yeah, boy. Sometimes when that's settled in the fridge, it tastes real good. But my point is, Brian, we have to learn how to appreciate life more.
Absolutely.
We really have to appreciate life a little bit more. Anything that happened. And one thing I can tell you, after the hurricane that passed, I learned that though. That's one thing, because again, I never went through that. Me personally, my person, I learned a lot with that hurricane, appreciate life. Because after that hurricane, you see how this bottle of water, you have to drink this a little bit. Because your son there have to drink too, your wife have to drink too, your sister have to drink too. And if you drink all of it, there's no more water. I mean, food was finishing, water was finishing. There was no more. Imagine trucks of water on the road, people running to get buckets of water.
Yeah, standing in line.
Yeah. But sometimes we don't appreciate those things. We don't. Look, hurricane pass, and there's still people here in St. Martin with the bad habits, Brian. Gone back to the bad habits, you know, as if they don't care, as if whatever, you know. But when the hurricane was there, after the hurricane, all of us was like this, boy. I never see something like that.
Yeah.
Neighbors that.
But it's a common nature in us as human beings.
You mean
like,
human nature?
I saw my I think it's last week, I saw my neighbor the other day, last week or so. And I said, boy, I live there, you live there, and I ain't seen you. You understand? And I said, boy, that's the only good thing that Irma did, that we were seeing each other, because we had the electricity, your door was open, you had to come outside and cool out, get some breeze. But now once you got all the amenities
Why when you're living there,
yeah.
your neighbor can't come by you? Brian, I cook something. You want a little thing?
I mean,
But after the hurricane, how it was?
Yeah,
everybody come.
everybody
Hey,
was
Brian,
sharing, yeah.
I have a little
Everybody
food
was
here,
sharing.
boy.
This
You
one
want,
was
you
making
know?
Johnny Cage, this one.
Yeah,
That's
boy.
how
This
it
one
was.
because you know you didn't have a stove,
Uh-huh.
and as you say, I think it's something human nature thing, you know. But I still believe sometimes, though, Brian, we still have to stand still and think on these things, you know. Think on life, think on the two eyes you have, think on your two hands, think on the legs you walk on every day, you know, that you have health. Because there's a lot of people out there sick, you know, can't move, can't do what they can do. You know, every time I see a good buddy of ours, Fritz, you know, a good friend of ours, his birthday was a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Me and my father went by him, you know, they do him a little visit. He had a very bad accident once, and he can't walk no more. But you know, the gentleman always have a smile on his face, you know. And when I see him, I always say, "Boy, you know, God is good."
If he could smile,
if he,
why should I be? You know? Yeah.
he can smile.
Exactly.
You know why sometimes something bad happen, anything happen, but you still have life.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you get in a car crash, you got life, and you'll be like, "Boy, my car mash up." You know, but again, you have to look at it on the other hand. Once you have life,
Once you have life, you have hope.
you have hope.
Absolutely.
You know, once you have life, you have hope to go forward. You know, that is something I wanted to really.
Yeah, but as a small community, we have to keep encouraging the people to be more loving with each other.
Yeah.
Be more understanding for each other. Don't take everything to heart.
No, don't take.
No. Some people today, I mean, especially you don't want to seem biased, but sometimes, especially women.
Yeah.
Today you see that's their best friend. Next week they're the enemy. You know?
Yeah.
I don't talk to she. This that.
Yeah.
What she do you so?
Yeah.
I see it all the time, my brother. Women, I see them bestie, always together.
Good friends.
So when I see one, I say, but wait, what be the second half?
Yeah.
And then you hear, oh, this, that, and the other, and
she says somebody else.
they really enemies, you know, my brother.
Yeah. You know.
Wow.
You know,
we gotta learn to live better than this.
Yeah, another good friend of mine, you know, a good partner of mine, Raymond, good fellow. You know, if all of our you need to do anything for electronics, you can always call this buddy of mine. His name is Raymond Rooney. You know, he has one hand, Brian. I don't know if you know him. Yeah, he went to in Dutch Quarter. He had a situation, they shoot him in the eye and he was
A redskin fellow?
Yeah. But anyway, this a guy too, Brian. Brian, if you see this guy work, he put the speakers and things.
Yeah.
I mean, my brother, excellent with one hand, bro. I always, because when I my truck, I didn't come do a little job for me, you know. I always commend him, tell him, boy, God is good, because you know. Because remember, Brian, when you lose your hand, you could just sit home and say, boy, I can't do nothing, a handicap. Not this gentleman, you know. He's always on the move, he's always working. You know, he's always working to provide his family. And that's what I respect. Because, Brian, remember, you lose your hand, brother. It's nothing easy, it's not easy, you know. But he still can come out his house, move around, do his work, you know. And at the end of the day, he has life. So he pushes so he can go forward. You know, and believe me, he does his work really good.
Wow.
Really good, man. I see this guy set up a speaker system in my vehicle. Brian, even me with 2 hands can't do that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, it's respect, and these are people, Fritz, Raymond. These are people that is, how do you say, inspiration to other people that either lose their hand,
Correct.
lose an eye, or whatever.
Correct.
Even to us that have everything in place,
Yes.
but you learn to appreciate life more because there's people that without hand, without a leg,
Without sight.
and are still are doing things out there,
making it happen.
Someday I see a video of a whole football team, Brian, and the guys didn't have, it was like one-legged guys,
Okay.
but it was on like crutches,
Okay.
and they was
Playing
soccer with the crutches,
Yes.
like hitting the ball with the crutches.
Okay.
You know, so those are things that you boy, when you look at them, you say,
very,
boy,
very inspiring.
it's very, very, very inspiring. You know, remember I ain't saying it easy, Brian, because I'm not in the situation, but I could imagine.
Correct, because it makes you in the mindset of having no more excuses.
Yeah, exactly as you say.
Yeah, you shouldn't have no excuses.
You know?
You have to go that extra mile.
Like
because-
last time I told you, boy, Brian, I coming down on Arch Road and I hit my tire, and bam, I have to spend $100. But when you look at it, you say, boy, you gotta spend that money. You know. But then after you catch it, you say, boy, your truck could have turned over, it could have rolled over, it could have
been a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you think about it, you say, boy, stop complaining, go spend $100 and put a tire and move on. Life goes on.
That's right.
You know, so
That's right.
those are the stuff I really appreciate of life, and I think on it. But again, as you said, you give thanks to God and you give appreciation to life. You know, give appreciation to your body, like you always say. Go to the gym.
Take care of
When you
yourself.
always take a juice or something, you check in the back, you check how
Yeah,
much
check
sugar.
the ingredients. Yeah.
That's what Brian always do.
Yes, sir.
People, this guy, when he come in the shop, he take it, check in the back. I start to do it, you know, Brian. Yeah, man, I start to do it.
And you see what you're putting in your body.
Yeah, but he take the soda and he check it.
Alright, bro.
How much? Nah, man, that's
Bro,
sure.
yeah,
That's it. But bro, when you go in the shop, Brian,
Everything is not good. I told you, everything is not
I
good.
check on it someday there. The best thing for you to take out is this.
Yes. Everything. When I dealing with
Hundreds of products in there, Brian.
Yes, yes,
Full of sugar. And you know
yes.
some of them don't even have much sugar in the back, you know. I was checking and
It's
saying,
dangerous. When in the line of work that I do to dealing with the supermarkets and the Chinese, you know, 1 or 2 of them when I go and I help them out, they say, man, Brian, take a drink. Right? Take a drink. And when I say, man, give it a big bottle of water, they just laugh at me.
because you could take something.
Just laugh at
Yeah,
me. But
yeah.
take a drink. I said, well, what is it?
Ain't a drink?
Get a drink?
Yeah, but most of, and I'm sure.
Yeah.
But and sometimes, Brian,
Laugh.
I don't drink. You know me, I don't drink alcohol. And boy, sometimes let's say I sit down by the shop, wherever shop I sit down.
Right.
So many people has passed. Relax, why you drinking?
Correct.
And sometimes be like, boy,
I get that. The same thing at the DVD
What-
store.
what can I drink?
The same thing at the DVD. They come in.
bring a water for me.
Be
Just
what you want to drink.
Just a water. Come on, man.
Yep.
Take a beer,
Yep.
but I don't drink beer.
Yeah.
You know.
And I mean, even the things that we thought were healthy and that we loved back then, like I could recall many years ago, if anybody asked me if I wanted a drink, I would maybe the first thing was say, give me a Vitamalt. But when I watched the ingredients and I know I shake my head.
What it has?
I'd say, really?
How is it? A lot of sugar.
A lot of sugar. What's
the highest?
Where do you think the energy is coming from?
But Brian, what's the highest sugar you can have? What is let me ask you this. What is the, how do you say, the reasonable number of sugar you can put in your body? Because you're checking your sugar, right?
Right. I think it was, I don't want to misquote, but I think it's 12 grams a day. For men and women it's different, huh?
Okay.
For men and women it's different. I can't recall, because I did the studies on it, but I can't recall the exact number, but I think it was like 2 tablespoons or something like that. But it's about 12 or so grams a day.
So whenever you turn the bottle around and you see 30,
Too much? Way too much. And again, we as grown folks doing that, what about the children? You know, we talk about how hyper they are, what you think they're drinking, everything is boosted up
Bro,
with
I
sugar.
went inside
sugar.
the supermarket. I even take like a supposedly organic drink,
Uh-huh.
a bunch of sugar,
Yeah,
brother.
that's all it is. That's all it is.
And when you see
Shame.
they tell you it's organic, but I mean to say,
Mm-hmm.
what can you drink then, man?
Mhm.
Because you have to put something in your body. You have
Mhm.
to drink.
Mhm.
Or you just gotta drink water all day. Then.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. I mean, there's certain healthy. When I say there's certain juices that I do drink now, and I go and I see if they say no sugar added, meaning it still have that sweet taste, but orange has sugar
Yeah.
in it already. Apple has sugar in it already. But certain brands, you know, not the ones that have added sugar. So imagine if a fruit is already sweet and then they still add more sugar to that. What we doing with that?
Yeah.
You know, so I always try to find the ones that say no added sugar.
No added sugar.
No added sugar.
In the back you see like. But
Yeah,
like,
you won't see no
What
sugar.
do you drink? What drink do you is?
There's a brand. The name of it is Ceres. CERES.
It's a juice?
A juice, yeah. On my way home, like today self, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna pick up 2 because I want to have something to drink for my family when we gonna have dinner
Okay,
or
okay.
lunch. You know, so I'm gonna have that. But Kool-Aid and stuff, I don't buy that no more. Growing up, that was the thing.
Yeah, boys.
Kool-Aid in the shop, that was the thing, and you had to have your 2 bags of sugar there with it and whatnot. I don't
it's very
spend no
nice.
money on Kool-Aid no more. I would pick up those same juice like
What
I
series?
said.
I mean, just a pack or is it small?
It's a box. A white box.
Oh,
And they have passion fruit, they have apple, they have a lot of different flavors.
It's just like
but you will see no added sugar.
it's just like Rika. Just example, like Rika.
About that size. I
Okay.
think yes, about that size. Yeah.
Okay, I have another one too. I
Yeah.
can't remember its name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the others have a lot of sugar.
The other juices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That.
But most of the time, bro, bottle of water. Bottle of water. They would come by, if you come by the degree store again too, you would see how much bottles, empty bottles that I have, just water.
Water.
You know about that. Yeah, a lot of empty bottles, yeah.
Yeah, water is always good, but you know sometimes, Brian, the body feels to want
Something sweet.
Something sweet.
Yes, you have that urge,
Yes,
that
you have
craving.
that craving sometimes.
Yes,
Your
that craving.
body
That
wants.
craving. But that's exactly why I prefer to buy that particular juice I told
Yeah.
you. Because it still have that sweet. You still have that sweet taste. They have guava. You understand? Have guava, passion fruit, orange juice, apple. That's all I buy.
Okay.
Check it out, juicy.
Okay.
Check it out, juicy. That's all I buy.
Well, my people of St. Martin, you know, as I say, I really appreciate life. You know, appreciate life because there's a lot of things in this life that, and as Brian say, you know, there's always somebody worse off than you.
That's a
You know,
fact.
there's always somebody worse off than you. So in whatever situation you is, you know, appreciate it.
Mhm.
Appreciate your family.
Mhm.
Appreciate your mother. Appreciate your father.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I appreciate was my parents for sure. After talking to my good friend, because when I was a young boy, Brian, you know, I was protected from all of this stuff.
Yeah,
You know, all
good.
this whole world, all of this anger,
Mhm.
all the wickedness,
Mhm.
all these things were going on. You never witnessed them.
Mhm.
You know, you never witnessed them. You was always with me. I was always with my mother, going to school, doing sports. It was wonderful.
But before you wrap up quick here, that is exactly what is killing our society now. Parents aren't able to protect their children from what's out there anymore. Because at 10 they give them a smartphone.
Yeah.
Where you going with that? So like you said, you were in that time, maybe we could say it was a little easier
Yeah, it was
to protect your family, but still the parent had to do something because there was negative stuff out there. But today, it's so easy for children to see anything or do anything.
Yeah.
You know, so parents have to take that responsibility and know that things are worse now. So protect your family, protect your
But
children.
not only that,
from the
Brian, but on the
negativity.
other hand, you know, like I say, the young gentleman
Mm.
at a young age, his mother left him on the road to
Mhm.
go with a man in
Mhm.
the car, and he's just sitting down there.
Mhm.
You know, just think about it.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
A 5-year-old.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, my son is 6 now.
Yeah.
I just tell him sit down there, go and come back.
But remember too, other people out there listening, and they would know there's always two sides to every story. Again, we were saying how certain people have it so hard. What really for us now, we don't know, but what do you think was the reason for his mom, which is despicable, but selling the sister and whatnot? Again, money.
Yeah.
You understand? Some people have it so rough.
Yeah, but
they go to the extreme.
No,
I mean,
no,
it's ridiculous, huh? I wouldn't condone that.
That's
But
what I'm
telling you,
saying.
That's
No.
what's happening.
That's what I'm saying, because
That's what's happening.
no, let me give you one last thing. You know what this gentleman told me?
Mhm.
He asked his mother, why did you do these things to me and my sister?
Wow.
You know what she said, Brian?
Wow.
I had a rough youth also.
She had it rough. Wow.
So I just pass it on.
Wow. People.
Because I asked him, Brian,
Mm.
why don't you sit down with your mother
And talk it out.
and
now.
talk it
Yeah,
out?
yeah.
Even though you're a grown man, talk it out.
Yeah, yeah.
He said, I already did it.
Yeah.
And when I did it, she said, well, I had a rough year too, so I just pass it on to you.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And you're over, brother. So Martin, thank you. It was a
Yeah.
nice program. Life, brother.
So, Martin, people, that's our time for today. We thank you for yours. Again, thank you for each and every one of you that's always tuning in, that big us up when you see us. You're loving the program. We appreciate that so much. And remember, life is all about choices. So be careful who you choose and what you choose, because time waits on no one. Until next time.
Business.
Strictly business.